Oh, there we go.
There we
now
go.
It says that you're recording, and you're still here.
I'm still here, yes.
Very good.
Just joining us, we had some technical difficulties. I pressed record on my computer, and we were no longer permitted to talk to each other. So I had to on my phone.
Epicness.
And now we're permitted. My phone's a lot nicer than my computer.
Yeah. You got a Canadian phone there, then.
Yeah, well, it could be the server. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It happens.
So, could you folks please introduce yourselves for those that are listening?
Sure. I'm Rikard, and from Eleine, I play guitar and do vocals and growl.
And I'm Madeleine. I'm the vocalist of Eleine.
And the band started in 2014.
That's right.
That's correct.
You both started together, so I take it you're close friends, or are you a couple, or?
We're a couple.
Okay.
And yes, we started it together.
And you've also started your own record label.
Yeah, we did for a little while. You know the story better than I, or you tell it better than I.
Well, it was nothing special. I mean, we had a record label for our first album, and when we went separate ways, we just felt that we didn't want to rush into something, you know. And then we got in touch with Sound Pollution Distribution, who said that you can release it your own, and we can distribute it. And we said that, yeah, why not? And we did know that it would cost us money, because releasing an album with all of the promotion that it needs, and yeah, you know, all of it, that would cost a lot of money. But I am very grateful that we did it, because we learned a lot during that journey, and we still have this record label. I mean, it still exists, but the EP and this full-length album, Dancing in Hell, will be released by Black Lodge Records, which is the record label of Sound Pollution.
Yeah.
So it's been a great couple of years of working together. They've been showing us how hard they want to work, and that they really believe in us. And it's the other way around as well. So it's been a very interesting couple of years, I gotta say. We've learned a lot.
Well, and that's beneficial on both ends, right? Your end and their end, because
for sure,
then you're working together as a team, right? And you're getting the work out there, and that's what a promotion's supposed to do, right? They're supposed to push you guys. And
we work very close with Black Lodge.
Yeah,
really, really close. Like, they let us have all of the creative
control.
Yes, creative control, like totally 100%, and they know that, and they respect it. They actually want that, because why should a record label say to the artist what they should do?
They said very early, you are doing what you do best, and we do what we do best.
Yeah.
So just let's team up, and that is how we want to work every time. That we should just
help each other out.
Yeah, make our team grow and get bigger. You know. That is like the main goal. So it's been great, and I love to work with them.
Oh yeah,
I do.
Well, that's great, because a lot of times you hear, and I'm not naming names or anything, but you know, like a lot of artists will say, you know, that they're predominantly told you have to do it this way. It's in your contract and that sort of thing. But it's nice to hear that you folks are given the free rein to do what you need to do as artists to express yourself, and they're behind you 100%.
Yeah, fully aware that there are those kinds of contracts as well, and that really sucks sometimes. But for some, it's the way they want it. For many, it isn't, and we got a good deal going on here.
Yeah, and that question, you know, when we're talking about it, makes me curious to just how they're thinking, because if you hear a band and you hear what you like, why would you be the one who should try to make the music better if you really got stuck from the beginning of what you heard, you know? I mean, it's just very interesting. Or is the band created by the label? It's another question. It's another discussion, I'm sure. But, you know.
Interesting topic.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But
it has been a topic, you know, since, what do they call that? Auto-tune, you know?
how do you mean?
Well, auto-tune helps.
Oh, I see where you're getting at. If an artist can't sing, why should they be on an album? And they use autotune. That's what you're talking about, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear it. I had a phone call. I just declined it.
No. You're talking about if a singer can't sing, why should they be on an album? And if they need to use autotune, that is your way, you're in the path you're walking down.
I guess where it comes from for me is I grew up on rock and roll and heavy metal, so I'm used to people. You go see them live, and yeah, they're gonna sing out of tune, because they're on stage or whatever, and that's just some nights they're having an off night, right?
But happens also, but you need to practice your singing.
Yeah, you gotta know your shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
So all don't sing off key just because it's live,
No, and if you're going for a tour, you need to be prepared, like physically as well. You can't be out of breath the first song.
Yeah, like Madeleine here, she took sing. She has been taking singing lessons since she was like 8.
Yeah, what's one stuff.
Yeah, so she's like super on pitch. It's like eerie.
Yeah, I can't stand the out of tune thing.
No.
That is like what's the expression for that?
How do you mean then?
I refuse it.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with having that on a metal album. I'm not, and being in the business and listening to so much music for so many years, I hear it immediately if someone uses it, and I cannot stand it. And that to me just says that either you're really lazy or you just. And maybe you want that sound, or you cannot sing.
Or maybe they were in a rush. That could also be a reason.
But I can sing properly in a rush.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so you.
But
you
everyone's not you, Madeleine.
No, okay, but you get my point.
I get your point.
You need, even if you're in a rush, you should be real prepared. You can't just because you're in a rush, you're not like.
Don't hang up too much on the rush thing. It was just a little.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I get interested in this.
Yeah, when you hear that robotic kind of vibrato, that's a clear giveaway.
Oh, I know, and you can hear it like you say, you can hear it in the recording, because I get sent so much music, but when I heard this, and excuse me, this is my first time hearing the band. I know this is your third album coming out on Friday.
Sure.
But I was impressed by the music, and I was definitely impressed by the vocals. Like, it was just like, your vocals are amazing. And like, I was just listening to As I Breathe, and those pitches that you hit, like, that's not an easy level to hit. I know vocal. Well, that takes a lot of training. So
yeah, it does.
What Rikard was saying about your vocal training since you were 8, where did you learn how to sing, and what kind of styles have you performed?
I mean, I've had the same teacher since I was 8, and she has been a great inspiration, because not only she also had that band autotune thing going on. She said that you should always be able to sing in pitch, because if you have that, you can have so much more space to sing with feeling and focus and all of that, and she taught me so much, and I'm really grateful for that. And when I sang with her, we sang so much jazz, because she was a jazz musician,
Sure.
And that really taught me a lot about just sing with your feelings. And but after that, when I grew older and I heard metal for the first time, I just felt that this is what I'm going to do. Yeah. So rock and metal has been the main thing ever since I was a very young teenager.
Nice. Because it's been the same for me. I first heard Zeppelin and the Stones and the Beatles and all that, and it's just like, picked up my first set of drums, drumsticks, and started playing, and
pots and pans.
Sorry, what was that?
Pots and pans, man.
Whatever.
That's exactly what my mother did. She gave me her old pots and pans and old lids and stuff, and I use those as symbols, and
you're true to the core, man.
Yeah, I like what I hear. I like to listen to you when you're talking about this, because that is what I wanted to get back to when we were talking about the autotune and staying true. You know, I like it raw. When Dancing in Hell was done in the studio, we sat there listening to it raw, like nothing had been mixed, raw out of the monitors. And I said to Thomas Pleck, who recorded the vocals and drums, I said that I would like that on a cassette, like completely raw, no mix, nothing, and it sounds so awesome. I do not have the cassette, but I'm gonna have it sometime. I will.
So people don't get confused. We do actually have the Dancing in Hell cassette, but it is the one that is like properly mixed. No, hang on. We do have it, and that is the one that is properly mixed. So people don't think that they will get the raw thing. But a fun idea would be that to have a like true old school, this is our demo tape for Dancing in Hell, like super raw. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I love that. I love all of that true kind of things that I guess you do as well, Anthony. It sounds like it.
Oh, I do. I can appreciate the effort that goes into recording an album, and it's not an easy task, I know. And it's quite grueling on you as the musicians and vocalists, because I don't know if they let you play out a whole song or they cut you off if you're not feeling it or something. Like, does that happen if you're in the middle of a guitar lick and you just your fingers just jam up on you? Like, that happens. I know you get.
I tracked all of my guitars myself.
Yeah, we're producing our albums ourselves, so we're in charge, I guess.
And yeah, I stopped myself if I didn't feel it. Sure.
Yeah.
I read it. I yelled at myself, and I put myself in timeout. And when I was able to come back, I went back and recorded it.
Same recording vocals. It's the same there. I mean, yeah.
We had a studio technician, Thomas Pleck, as we mentioned, but you know, I am the one on the other side of the window, stopping if we need to tweak something. And likewise, when I'm on the other side recording, singing into the microphone or growling, Madeleine is on the other side and stopping, like, okay, Rikard, you need to do that one again, or that was perfect, let's move on.
Because you know the pitch you want to reach, or the growl you need to get to.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the high notes, then we go to you with your growls.
Oh, sure.
Where did you get trained to do that? You know, people just think it's a guttural thing. It's just a reactionary thing. It's not really an expression vocally. There's this misconception with metal that I get asked it all the time. Oh, you're such a nice guy. How can you listen to heavy metal? And it's like,
what?
I don't know. I've been defending myself for many, many years. It's like, you know, like this. You know, like we're all just a bunch of crazy lunatics that listen to this angry music all the time. And it's like, no, it's not like that at all. It's just it's just an expression. It's just art. You know, it's just.
Yeah. It is.
It's just music. It's just a different type of music that some people just don't get.
And also, like, when they take stuff for granted or like put you in this cliche where, like, for instance, we've heard this sometimes, like. Someone like writes it on the web or whatever. Madeleine is the good one and Rikard is the bad one. He's the counterpart of it all. I'm like, dude, read the fucking lyrics and you'll realize that you're so wrong. You're in the wrong. It's to empower and it's to emphasize what is going on. It's the same person. Like, it's the same thing going on and on and on. We've never recorded that. Madeleine's like singing the birds and the bees, and I'm like, the power of the darkness will come and take you, my friend. Oh, you'll never get me. I'm the bright one. I'm the dark one. It's never like that.
No,
never.
That's a Disney.
yeah, I'm right. It sounded kind of like Goofy now. Think about it. Yeah.
No. I mean, what you were saying there, you know.
Yeah. Well, we never do that. So we just like. It's to emphasize the song and the lyrics themselves. It's often the same thing singing, you know, but with a twist, with a growl. Yeah. Sometimes two people with the same cause, you know. And to answer your question, where I learned to growl, I just did it, man. The first time I growled was actually on the recording on our first album, and was Land Beyond Sanity. It was the first time I ever growled, and we recorded it, and it's out there.
Nice. So it's just a matter of trying it, doing it, and getting it out there. And
Oh yeah, it's definitely a technique. It's not a guttural thing. Like it's not a regurgitation. You know,
yeah,
it's using your vocal cords and your throats. It's just like singing, but with the growls. You know, it's really easy to hurt yourself. So that is the main thing to learn how to not feel pain and not hurt yourself. You need to do it properly,
Yeah,
just as any kind of singing, really.
yeah, because I don't get how you're doing it. I haven't managed to growl myself, but I do know proper like technique for singing, like clean vocals. But
Yeah.
I don't get that. I really would like to learn.
Oh, I don't really get it either.
Not you just do, but
Uh,
but I mean you're good at like, is it called imitating?
I'm
You
good
can
at
make-
I'm good at doing voices.
Yeah, exactly. You're fantastic, and you just do. You don't think, you just do it, and I
Yeah.
think that has been like your thing.
Yeah, like ever since I was a kid, I was really, really good at doing voices. And
Oh.
the thing is, now when I'm grown up, I can actually think. If I hear something, I can think the way I need to do it, and then I do it. Almost like not comparing myself to, but almost like Nikola Tesla, where he thought of a thing, and he's like, "Oh, that's the way I should do it," and he just did it. That's like what I do with my growls. I know what kind of growl I want. That is like the Rikard Ekberg growl, and I just do it.
well, you can't do anything but what you can put out, right? You can only do what you can put out.
Yeah, it's like it's. I mean, it's been hard because since I'm so good at doing voices, I could have fall down into that pit where I copy others. But the real issue here, the hard part was to actually find myself, and that's what we always come back to with Eleine. It's about staying true to yourself.
Right. Now, I've noticed with some of your videos, like Ava of Death and As I Breathe and such, you predominantly shot 3 of them outside of the same building. What is that building? Is that like any reasoning for being outside of that building, or it was just a cool location to shoot at? That sort of thing? Because
Both of Death and As I Breathe was shot at this old abandoned sugar mill factory, but they're not the same building. Actually, it's 2 different buildings, but in the same location. But you know, it's a building. There's 2 buildings. I think that the third one you thought of, we actually just shot 2 there. The third one you're thinking about I think is Enemies, because it has that industrial feel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was like a 40-minute drive from Enemies. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the reasoning is like
sort of thing.
the reasoning is like shit. We did it again. We talked when we talked. You go.
Oh, sorry. It was just a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't really a location that was sought out, or.
Oh yeah, we sought out the location. We wanted that rough feel.
Right. It definitely brings it because it looks like it looked like a cool shoot for all of them.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much, first off. And we put a lot of effort and thought into our videos since, I mean, we shoot them ourselves, so we're not reliant on an outside source. And that is actually the reasoning to why we have 4 videos and 4 singles this year. It was supposed to be only 2. And the pandemic made it so that we had like more time to spend. And since it doesn't cost anything other than time, we were like, let's do 4. And that was actually a very good decision because people need something positive to look forward to. We could have postponed the album until next year, but then, who knows? Maybe we will have to postpone it even further. So we were like, screw that. Let's release the album 2020, which was like prepared since 2019 anyway, the release date. So we were like, let's keep the release date. Let's have something to look forward to, both to ourselves, because every artist in the world right now is struggling. But besides artists, every last music lover out there is struggling right now, because music is life for many others than the artists themselves.
Right. I think that's great that you guys have taken that. Again, you've taken that independent approach to things, and kind of, it's like you've grabbed the bull by the horns and going, okay, we're gonna do it this way.
Yeah, and it's like we just follow our gut feeling, and we always do, and that is why we talk a lot about staying true to ourselves,
Mhm.
because every time we went like we went for something else than our gut feeling, something bad has happened, it has felt like a very bad decision. um you learn a lot, but I really trust our gut feeling, and we never have a problem to admit if something has turned out the wrong way, following our
Right.
gut feeling. But I always regret not following it, so we promised ourselves that for a couple of years ago, like, now we're gonna do this and just take decisions, because you have to be a leader when you have a band. You have to make it thrive for something bigger. You need to have goals, you need to have an ambition, and the most important part is that everyone in the band has the same ambition as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Now, when you switch gears, and with Memoriam, you folks, the face paint is gone. You've got a shirt on. It's a more personal shoot. You guys have shot it indoors in a location, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
The whole reasoning behind that song, the whole reasoning behind that shoot. Why did you choose to shoot that video differently? Yeah, it seems a bit more personal it's a lot more. Like I say, everything's toned down. You guys have you've washed your faces of the paint and whatnot. You know,
Thinking of a nice way to say we're not wearing makeup.
Yeah.
You washed your faces. Yeah, we did.
I guess so, yeah.
Totally get it, Anthony. Just love it.
Got it, bro. Got it. Oh man. It's
Yeah, I like to keep it real. You know.
yeah, no, pots and pans.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm all pots and pans. That's an expression now. You got to use that expression when you're.
Okay. I have your permission to use that.
Yeah, shoot, man. We're gonna make a T-shirt. I'm all pots and pans.
Please do.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Hilarious. All right, to answer your question, each song on the album is very, very personal and very, very close to us. But the reasoning to shooting Memoriam the way we did is to also like to emphasize that all songs are personal, and this one is also. But since we do all of our videos ourselves, I like to challenge myself. I like to flip it totally from video to video. Like either have a major difference or totally flip. So if you look at Break Take Live to Hell Moon, those two are totally counterparts when it comes to the color. But no one really thinks about that besides Madeleine and myself, because I tell Madeleine all the time, you know that I flipped that one. And with Memoriam, it was all right, let's tone it down. Let's have T-shirts on. We spoke about it, Madeleine and I. We direct everything together, and no makeup, and let's have it real close and personal. And it's actually shot at our rehearsal.
I kind of wondered, because you got the Dio, you got the Led Zeppelin on the wall, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm really glad we did it that way.
Yeah, me too. It was really, really nice. Good experience, and people seem to really, really like it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's definitely my favorite song on the album.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much, man. Why is that?
Why is that? I don't know. It seems
speaks to you, right?
Seems a bit more it speaks to me. It seems a bit more raw. You know?
Yeah,
good.
I like that.
The song, the tone, the melody, the whole performance. Not even speaking about the video. I'm just talking about it audio wise. You know,
lyrically, each song is very
lyrically, it's just the vocals on it is nice, and just everything straight across the board on that song.
Very good. Thank you very much, man.
Oh, you're welcome. So as we mentioned earlier, it's 2 days to release date.
Yeah.
And Saturday you have something going on in regards to that release. You want to
That's right.
expand a bit on that and tell people what that's all about?
Sure, man. We were prepped and ready to actually have a live release gig here in Sweden, according to the COVID thing. Like, it was totally COVID-19 adjusted, big venue, small amount of people, but the government here restricted everything from tops 50 people to tops 8 people. So it wasn't really doable to tell 42 people that, sorry, bro, you next time, you know me, I'm all pots and pans. You need to come next time. I'm just
I'm not
keeping.
going to live that one down now.
So
Yeah, no, we couldn't do that.
no, we could
Yeah.
not. So we were like, all right, let's postpone the release gig and let's have a celebratory live hangout, like Facebook live hangout, where anyone is welcome to like join the stream. It's not a gig, it's a hangout. It's very, very close to our monthly Patreon hangouts where we talk about everything, but now we will be more focused on celebrating Dancing in Hell, and we'll show some video clips from earlier this year when we were out on tour. We'll talk about that and how it was out on tour.
Yeah, I know, tour memories and stuff.
Tour
like
memories,
that.
show
Yeah.
pictures about that, and just go through the album, talk about the album, what people think about it. Maybe someone has a song they love more than other songs, and they'll talk about that. It's going to be a real nice, close, fun hangout.
Nice. I'll be sure to share that in the article so people can find that easily.
Oh,
Thank
please
you.
do, man.
It's very
Please do.
sweet. Thank you.
And if they like that, they will love Patreon because we do that every month.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Love it.
Well, I'll try to find your Patreon. Is that all? Is that all on your website?
Yeah, it is. Just
Okay.
patreon.com/Eleine.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super easy. Kind of like you folks. You folks seem very laid back and very easygoing. And
Oh, pots and pans.
Yeah. Like, why not?
I'm sorry, I can't stop.
No, I
just
think
can't
it's
stop.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that is so fun.
I
I
thi-
want to like.
I
Laugh
think I
out loud.
overused it now.
Yeah, so now we keep that flair. About later, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's all about, we're all people, we're all in this together, and you seem like a nice guy, and it's all about good and fun energy, staying true.
Yeah.
well, it has to be. I mean, we're all stuck in the same situation. We're all dealing with the same sort of thing, right? And we've had enough stressors. We've had enough stressors this year. Everybody needs to we need to have some fun and be kind to each other.
Yeah, build up strength, like give each other strength rather than stress each other out. And I mean, I really do believe that it's if someone listens to just this, it will sound like real pompous, but I really do believe that Dancing in Hell is needed in times like these. It will always be relevant when a struggle comes, because we write what we know, what we feel, and what we see. So each song is like, it's very close and personal to us. It's about our own personal struggles and stuff like that, but it's in a vague way, lyrically, so that others can relate and actually gather strength from what we give. And that we've seen that, we've heard that from our fans and our patrons. Like, each and every day they tell us, we have fans that actually have come out of like drug addiction thanks to our music and our art, and also like from the brink of very self-destructive behavior to come back and living life, becoming stronger and stronger. It's a powerful thing, music and art. It's a really, really powerful thing. And just the thought that there are people that don't see it as a job or don't see it as a very important thing, they have no clue what they're talking about. You know, it's so powerful. And if it were to disappear, I think the world would just fall apart.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I agree. How does it feel as artists to get that kind of feedback that they've reached out to you and told you that hearing your music has put them on a new path in life? How has that touched you as an artist, as a person,
Yeah,
even?
it feels unreal at first, but I mean, it's a huge compliment, and it's really hard to wrap your head around it sometimes because all you want to do is to be kind and not being difficult. Just make music, you know. And when people are telling you stuff like that, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, and it's very cool at the same time because I mean, yeah, it's hard to say.
It's as you say, Madeline, it's very
Yeah.
hard to take in, but also
Yeah.
at the same time, as I said, like we write what's true to us, and the fact that others hear that, feel that, and grow from that experience. I mean, I was both Madeline and I have been through really hard stuff and like tough shit, you know.
Right.
Both Madeline and I were picked on when we were smaller, younger, and I was very close to death. I had anorexia and stuff like that, and you know, with the mental health issues that comes with that. So, I mean, in a vague to express yourself musically and visually, artistically, to tell your story and others hear that and recognize that and actually grow from it, that is what it's all about.
Oh, for certain, because I can totally relate, because I was bullied a lot when I was younger, and so I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
They,
You know, wholeheartedly. I didn't suffer. I'm sorry you went through the same sort of thing, Rikard. I'm sorry. You know, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to process, and yeah, the mental health aspects that go with that.
yeah.
It really is.
And
And
it's a
also
big
depression.
uphill battle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, when we talk with people sometimes and we're talking about school, you know, I seriously do not have any positive memories from school. Just only the music teacher I had and a couple of
Wow.
grades. From the very first day to the last, it was just shit. It was anxiety. It was being bullied like hell, and it was like I and some people ask, would you would have something to be? How can I say? If something could have been different, would you like that? Yeah, of course, in a way, because anxiety and depression isn't fun. But I do know that I would not be the one I am today without it. So I'm okay with it, but it has set some scars for life. It has, and I just hate knowing that people are going through that. Kids are going through that now. You want to save them all, but it's not possible. I just wish that people could be a little bit more insecure about themselves and just be fucking polite and kind, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the great Tom Segura says, some people suck.
He's fantastic. It's exactly like that. Some people suck.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up.
And it's good that decent people like us are in the world, so we can empower other decent people to like rule this shit.
That includes you, Anthony, as you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not easy, but like you said, Madeline, it kind of builds us to who we are now, right?
Yeah.
It really does. I mean,
Without that, you don't find that inner strength to be able to move on, and that takes a lot too.
Yeah.
So we all be
God.
proud we're still here, right?
Yeah.
yes.
It's rough. It is. But I mean, no, you said it. If you haven't seen Tom Segura, you should see him, Anthony. He has some very good points about people.
All he does is just stands up on stage and just says, "Some people suck," and then he goes.
Yeah, drop the mic and go away. Yes.
Some people suck. Thank you very much. Good night.
That'll be $200, please.
Yes. Oh yeah. Jeez.
So, as I mentioned earlier, I noticed, well, maybe I didn't notice, but you folks have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
You mentioned that there's no real reasoning behind them, just that you like to have art on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was in sarcasm. I didn't realize, that you guys were that sarcastic prior to talking to you.
No, I mean, the ones there are like I got words on my body, and those words mean stuff. Of course, on my knuckles I got live life, and that just emphasizes what we've been talking about now.
Yeah.
That you need to live life, and you need to learn how to love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, then hate yourself enough to love yourself.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that.
And also on the side on my, I don't think anyone has ever seen this, so I don't know why I'm telling you this over Skype without video. On the side on my body here.
You have to try another. We'll have to try another call, maybe on video someday.
On the side of my stomach, from my hip to like my right armpit, I got a text in Swedish that says, translated, it says, "Never give up."
Oh wow!
And that's also like for me to reflect on the anorexia thing, and like
Wow.
Yeah, I just look back sometimes.
From your left hip to your armpit. That's what it says.
Yeah. Never give up. Yeah, it was like when I look back, I remember this time where I felt my gut twist from the inside, and I think that was about the time where I lost everything in life. So I was like, okay, either I'm going to die or I have to turn this shit around. So give up. You got any tattoos, Madeleine, that actually means something besides being super cool?
Yeah, I mean, well.
No, but that one, if we can go back for just a second, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that is one of the most powerful tattoos I think I've ever heard of being on somebody.
Oh, thanks.
That's a lot of strength, and that must have been kind of painful to have that there too, right up to your armpit and all the way down.
I mean that paint, I mean that ink, you really put it in there. let me put it that way. Well, that also helps me like in music also. You if I could tell you the times both Madeleine and I, together and separate, have heard oh, this sucks, and you should give it up. Oh, it's hard to become a musician. Dude, it's hard to become a lawyer, so shut up, It's if it's something you want to do, it's hard because it's something you really, really want. That makes it more hard for you to reach sometimes because you have so much passion about it. Sometimes you go in willy-nilly and you just do it, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. But if it's something you really, really love and really want to do, you can't ever give up, man. Never ever. People will put you down. People will say it's a bad idea. But if it's a good idea, if you're in it for yourself, and when you're in it for yourself, you start to empower others, go for it, man. Just go for it.
Well, and I think, it not only reminds you of where you were, but I guess that's, like you said, it's in regards to your days when you're suffering from anorexia.
Yeah. Like, then it spills over into everything in life. Like, never give up. Even if it's really, really hard and you want to give up. If you really want it, then do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's okay to like leave it. You shouldn't be bummed out if you can't do it. Then just leave it for a while, maybe come back or tweak it. There's not only one way.
Exactly.
Just don't give up.
I like that. Okay, I'm sorry. We were going to talk about your tattoos now, Madeleine.
No worries.
I'm interested in the one right in the center of your elbow, the big eye that you have.
Oh yeah.
How much did that hurt?
No, I gotta say, tattooing my arm was like, that was nothing. I had my entire back tattooed, and that was something. Oh my God, the pain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just happy I only have one back, so now it's done. And and the thigh tattoo I have with the with the old watch, you know, that was also painful. But my chest piece, I wanted a permanent kind of necklace, you know. I'm real bad at being like girly with wearing all of the jewelry. So I just said I want to have a really nice chest tattoo. And that was such a different kind of pain, you know. When it's
I can only
just
imagine, yeah.
yeah, it's just a disgusting kind of feeling, you know, the needle just to your bone. It was nothing in between, barely skin. I was like, why am I doing this? But now I'm happy about it. I'm happy I went through it. Um, but I don't think I have something like that with a deeper meaning. You know, I have my mom, dad, and a little brother tattooed because family to me is so very important. Um, I do have. I had a piece of lyric, but I tattooed that over now when I wanted the entire back piece, you know. So it's more like I really appreciate art because art to me is just as important as music and all of that. It goes hand in hand, you know. So to me, it's to express something. It's beautiful. So yeah, it has a sort of meaning to me. It all has because now it's a part of me, you know, and it very quickly becomes a part of your identity as well.
But yeah, you know, when we spoke a bit about, you were like, I was want to talk to you about tattoos and what they mean. I was like, oh, they're cool, you know. And but now thinking about it, I mean, they got more. Like my entire arm is like skulls and filigree and roses, you know, and that's because it's kick ass with skulls and stuff like that.
It's you. It's like
yeah, but it's super kick ass. But then like on the top part of my arm, I like to have fun. So on the top part of my left arm, right around my tricep, I actually have the headstock tattooed of my guitar, and further down the neck is my hand. So if I hold my guitar in my hand in that way, you can actually, if you take a photo, you see my hand and my guitar 2 times because I have it right there on my arm as well. So that's quite fun. And I got a neck tattoo. Not many people see it because I have a beard and stuff like that. But it's like, it's an eye, a red eye in the middle. It's a big green V, and I got blue bat wings going all the way back. So the V is for vegan, and the I is for, I don't know, woke as fuck, and the bat wings are cool.
It's a great tattoo, though. It looks fantastic.
Oh, it's super great.
Yeah, it does.
Heartbreak tattoo in where we live. Yeah, heartbreak tattoo.
I'm just happy I don't have the tattoo that says "Never don't give up." That would be hilarious.
Have you seen the one that says "Thank you, Mother, for my lives"?
I appreciate everyone having those failed tattoos because it's so funny.
I
appreciate it.
The one that says "It's is my lives."
Didn't they quote wrong? Like it's Bon Jovi, but it was
John Bovi.
Yeah. God, Jesus, it's hilarious. I love it.
You, Madeleine, you have done some modeling for tattoo magazines and such.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
We're done with that one.
Sorry,
I thought you might want to expand on that a bit, but I guess not.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, for tattoo magazines, it's like when you get the cover of tattoo magazine, yeah, that's great, you know. But I really do enjoy doing all of these shoots that Rikard and I are doing with, you know, these dark, gothic, and all of that. But that has also been a pretty important part of our creative process, or at least my creative process, because when we write music, I see everything in pictures and like moving pictures, I'd say. I see it like a movie in my head, like parts of a movie and stuff like that. So when we're doing a photo shoot, I see so much in my head before the shoot of how it's supposed to look like and all of that. And I can get ideas for new music based on the photo shoot and also the other way around. And that later often leads to the live show part. Like, you know how a photo can turn out, looks really epic and all of that, and you've like used very basic stuff, and that is also possible for live shows. And I'm really glad that we have that, and all of the shoots that we've been through and what we're going through. I mean, it's very inspiring.
It is.
Can we talk a minute about the outfits? The one that you wear predominantly in the videos and your most recent photo shoots. What's the background to that?
Oh, it's just, oh, how can I say that? I get ideas and I draw them down, and then I ask the couple of designers that I usually work with what they think of the idea and if it's something they believe that they can make something real cool out of.
But you know, I gotta ask, Madeleine,
Yeah.
the skulls on your belt, is that the skulls of your enemies?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes, of course. I mean,
Your past pictures from, you know, and that's why the chains are there. And so you designed this outfit yourself?
yeah.
But he did to make it for you?
Yeah, exactly. I remember when I drew it down, I just found that first drawing the other day, actually, and I was like, yeah, it just looks like that. And this time I asked Emma from Diddly Seams that I've been working with a couple of times if this was something she was up for, because Emma is like she's a true artist, you know. She's like, she can. Oh, what is it called in English when you sculpt things?
Yeah,
sculpt.
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
You got it.
There we go. She does all of that, and she can make all these beautiful clothes, and she has also this dark mind of metal, and she just totally gets it.
She's very artistic.
Very. And I told her about my idea, and I showed her the skulls, and we were like, how can we make something that is like not really heavy but doesn't get broken after the first gig? And she went all into this, and she found a way of sculpturing them and make them just last forever, and they're rock hard but not heavy. I'm very impressed. So I'm glad for that collaboration, how it turned out, because I'm super satisfied with the outfit, and it means a lot to me. It really does.
Yeah, because you don't want to be wearing that on stage and, you know, being like a tool belt or something where it's just...
No, but to be fair...
Village people again on stage.
Jesus. You want some heaviness, though. I really want, because it helps the hips when you're moving a lot. It's like from the belly dance culture. It's nice to feel that there's something in the hips that you can work with. So yeah, but maybe not a tool belt. But
next cover will be YNZA. It won't though.
No, it won't. Oh, jeez.
I like this.
I'm sorry.
I like the silence.
So, Rikard, you and the bass player are wearing the same outfit on top, and then the drummer's just standing there looking like wearing it. I'm not wearing that.
That's a very, very interesting take on the photo shoot.
He's just got
I really like that one. That's such a stupid joke. I'm gonna use that.
Oh, jeez.
It's because, I mean, no particular reason, really. I've been wearing that vest and a variant of that vest for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And Anton, our bass player, we wanted to upgrade him from the clothing he had recently. So it's like that vest looks kick-ass, and he's wearing one made out of denim, I think. Everything is from Shrine of Hollywood, by the way. And the one I'm using has this filigree on it and stuff like that. But his is more, it's denim. And our drummer, Jesper, he has this thin, what's it called in English? It's Yeah, it's a top. Yeah, tank top.
it is.
Not a tank top. Or is it called tank top? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
It's like a t-shirt without sleeves because he's cool and
muscle shirt.
muscular. Yeah.
Muscle shirt.
Yeah.
Sure, because he's got muscles and he has a
It
shirt.
looks like he's been in the fire, you know. He looks really rough.
Yeah, but
I like that.
everyone looks really, really cool, I think, myself included, and that is really, really nice to see. It's very coherent. Yeah, it's okay to think you're cool. It's very coherent, it's very Eleine. I would actually say it's very Eleine. It's like a royal vibe, but really rough, you know? Really in your face. Like this is it. This is us, you know? True and heavy and hard.
So explain your face paint.
My face?
Yes.
Well,
that's semi-inspired by King Diamond in a way?
Not at all, actually.
Okay.
I'm aware that he also has lines on his face.
And now you are.
Yeah. What do you mean? What?
Well, now you are.
Yeah. Of course, I've heard of like King Diamond before, but I didn't look at him and said I'm gonna do that. It's more like it started out very subtly, you know, and it just grew into that. I feel that it really emphasizes my growls also because it's very rough and it's very intense. It's a very intense makeup. I really like it, you know, but you know, in the future I'll tweak it even further. So right now I'm at the point where I really, really like it.
When I'm looking at you and that makeup, I totally get why you're having it because to me that is the anime influence I see in you. And that has always been my thought about your makeup because somehow I think of all of the animes that Rikard really appreciates and likes, and I just see that. I think it looks like an anime character, you know, brutal as hell.
You know, the thing is when Madeleine and I create, as we said, we're staying true to ourselves, but we come into this flow moment, you know, where we just do what feels right and what comes out comes out. And the makeup was part of that. So, you know, when you're in the flow moment, you don't really think about why you're doing it. You're just like, I like this. This feels good. This feels right. So I actually never thought about it, but Madeleine, very, very nice.
Yeah,
thank you. And yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. It's
Well,
because
go ahead. Sorry.
That was just a stupid joke.
Go ahead.
I like stupid jokes.
No, it's because I'm an anime character. No.
Who knows that you may be your next gig? You know, and do that and
No, dude,
and
I
lock down.
would love to do voiceovers. Voiceovers would be the thing for me to do if I didn't have music.
Nice. My perception on the face paint now that I've heard some of your past history, if I may.
Sure, shoot, man.
The lines coming down your face, are tears of sadness. The lines going up your face are tears of joy, or happiness, or elation.
That's sweet. Oh, that's super sweet. Not it at all, but it's super sweet. I like it though.
Yeah, but I like that people can. How can I say?
But you know,
feeling a sense of it.
Yeah, and not many more will. Not many know about the anorexia thing and stuff like that. Anyway, so it's nice to see that your perception altered from before we spoke until now. So you see the power of information and how to make another person feel how they see you and how they can relate to the art that comes out. You know, very interesting. This, I like it very much.
I'm glad. It's been wonderful getting to know you folks. Yeah. I feel like I've made new friends. I don't feel like I'm interviewing a band anymore. I feel like I've made some friends. You know,
yeah,
that's always a good feeling.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, right?
Yeah, it's been a nice chat, you know, and very, very good humor, Anthony. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back, fluent,
Yeah,
not stupid ass questions, just like very nice. I like this. Thank you very much, Anthony.
Well, I thank you both for your time, and you might have inspired me to get a pots and pans tattoo now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That would be so cool. Oh my god. I love
I'm kidding. I don't have a tattoo on me at all, but I have a buddy, John, who makes t-shirts, and I might get him to make me a pots and pans t-shirt.
Do it.
Please do. And if you do, or when you do, you gotta send a picture of it, please.
Well, I'll ask Max for your shirt sizes, and I'll send you guys each one.
Hell yeah.
That would be We'll stay in touch, so to say. Yes.
I'm sorry?
We stay in touch.
Yes, let's do that. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah, you folks are very nice. I sincerely appreciate your time with me today, and best of luck with the launch of the album on Friday and the show on Facebook Live on Saturday.
Yeah, the live hangout thing. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So much.
Yeah, I wish you guys all the best for your future
too.
endeavors, and hopefully we'll talk in the future.
Oh yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah, we're gonna with pots and pans t-shirt, of course. It's on. Hope to see you on tour, Anthony.
Yes, that would be lovely. I'd love to meet folks in person.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So please, until then, take care. All right.
You as well. All the best to both you and the other fellows in the band as well.
We'll tell them, man. I'm doing the metal sign right now because I'm saluting everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm back at you, my brother.
Yeah.
All the best to you both. It's been a pleasure. I'll be forwarding this interview to Max when I get it up, and hopefully he'll pass it on your way as well.
We would love to. We would love to share it. So thank you so much, Anthony.
All the best. Take care.
You too, man. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.